Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett.
Oh, what are we doing?
No, I'm mad at them.
Like I already know that this ain't gonna end well.
These two angry Muppets have a podcast, which I think should probably be called Underachieving. We only got one ring, but people always come to us for our opinions. That's a loose title. They can work on it.
Yeah, that's a little
really
long.
the only way that Paul Pierce can get back into social media.
Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, he did have an epic ending at ESPN where he was, which he is having a stripper party at his house. It's just but they have a podcast called Ticket and Truth. Okay, they're nicknames, and they had some opinions on the Miami Heat. And let's hear a little bit of what they have to say, because they think it's over for the Miami Heat, Leroy. They are
Really?
They are declaring them dead. They think that their season and their chances are done. No shot. And here's a little bit of these two going back and forth, saying the Heat, they only get consistent scoring from one guy.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler, man, looks like he's not the Jimmy Butler of what we know him to be.
Well, this is what I expect from Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is a player that's an all-star, but he's not going to put up huge regular season numbers. He a playoff guy to me. You get him in a playoff setting, but during the regular season, he going to get you your 20 a night. But I think with them, they got to do it collectively, and I just ain't seeing it right now. Bam, we thought he was going to turn into an all-star, perennial all-star, and, he's kind of been up and down. And, the only consistency they got is probably Tyler Hero.
All right. Oh, this is just limbering up. I guess all right. You're getting the hairs in the back of my head going, but we ain't quite there yet. That's fine. All right. Then Kevin Garnett just flat out calls out Jimmy Butler. He says that this regular season BS is BS.
What's Miami's identity? I mean, that's the first thing I asked myself. They used to be known as a defensive team that can score the ball. Now they're not turned into a three-point shooting team with a bunch of ball movement. I'm trying to still figure out who they are, though. You know what I'm saying? They don't really have no identity. Like you said, Jimmy Butler. You say that to say, so what? I'm supposed to wait 82 games to see if Jimmy Butler gonna give me some 36s, some 40s, some 45s. He don't even look like he has that type of energy to do something like that.
Oh man, yeah.
I'm who are your stars? So you're riding Tyler Hero and Big Fella every night? Nah.
Why is Jimmy Butler consistently disrespected like this, Leroy?
Before you get started, hold on. Before you get started, this is all I'm gonna say on this, and then you can go ahead on and do your.
Oh, I haven't even got to the.
I know.
This is croutons. I haven't even got to the main course.
The Heat always start off slow,
and
if these two knuckleheads would have kind of said that, then everything else they said would be palatable, right? But the fact of the matter is, every year we have conversations like this, not at that level because we know what's coming. They always take a little bit of time to figure out their rotations, their defensive rotations, who plays well with who, the first unit, the second unit. You got guys banged up now. Give it a minute.
Well, let me ask you this.
They ain't played 10 games yet.
Can we act like Jimmy Butler? Can we not act like he doesn't make the All-Star game and All-NBA every season? Can we act like he's not one of the best two-way players in basketball who will not only get you buckets but shut your ass down? We look at this guy and say, well, because he's not Trae Young and he doesn't put up 33 points a night, he doesn't care. He's not a star. And what does that get Trae Young in the playoffs there, KG? What does that get him? Yeah. He's out there crying and whining because Gabe Vincent puts him in the torture chamber. He's got nothing. And you two sitting up there on your high horse with your microphones, what were you doing in Minnesota? Ramming your head into the wall every year. Your team sucked with your numbers and your MVP. And now all you look upon, I thought all about it was all about winning. You too, Paul Pierce. People called you a loser. Then you guys gathered around, the three amigos. We remember the commercials. But this is really what set me off, okay? That's not even that.
There's more?
There's more, dude. All right. This guy, You know what? I need to take a break. I need to gather myself because this guy.
Are you bleeping kidding me?
We've got to take a break, dude. It's we went long the first segment. We got to reset because this guy, Leroy, and by the way, not only that, all right, with what he's about to say is going to set me off the edge, but Udonis Haslem, he's responded, and he's not happy. All right, that's next. All right, let's get back to these two rats off a ship. All right, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce.
I don't understand how a basketball player could trash a team not even 10 weeks into the season when all of them believe they have to get it together by January.
I think the thing that I found funniest about it is that Paul Pierce said in this podcast, he's like, I picked the Heat to be top 4. And like, now he's just completely out. Here's some more of them on Ticket and Truth on their podcast.
Like, I've always seen Miami as a strong-ass defensive team, and they've always
most of Spoelstra's team have been strong defensive teams.
And they don't look like that.
They don't
and
look
on top
like
of
that.
it, too, they always the ones that make a great run in the second half
Their
of the
window
season.
might be closed.
You think so? You think they're like Phoenix? You think they're the East Coast version of Phoenix?
I think they're the East Coast, but their window might be closed, big fella. They was right there. They've been right there the last few years.
You got to add on to your keep.
And and then with the East getting better, I thought Miami had a certain window. I think that window's closed.
Miami's also has been known as a big place for player development. They try to really, really strive on player development and really putting their players that's there over the top. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Here we go. These two. They couldn't wait. They couldn't wait to throw dirt, Leroy. Like they were like, when are we at the funeral? When do we get the part with the shovel so we can throw dirt? 7 games in?
I would say
7 games in.
Kevin Garnett kind of said it, that they're a second half team, right? But then Paul Pierce was not relenting.
Oh,
right?
He's
done.
You said it, big fella. You said it, big fella.
7 games into the season.
Listen to this. All right. How about this?
There's more?
Oh, there's more. This, like I said, this is like a 5-course meal. All right. I haven't even got to the main course. They say Kyle Lowry is basically the Heat's Westbrook, and he should be coming off the bench. They say he's washed.
Kyle Lowry got what? Another 2 good years? Would you say?
Man, he's up there in age. He got a lot of miles. I mean, I think his best role on a championship team is a vet guard coming off the bench. Truthfully, I think at your guard positions, you need youth in the positions. Because now, when you're looking at guys like Ja Morant,
Melo,
LaMelo Ball, you need more youth. I think he'd be best suited at coming off the bench, being that veteran guard and somebody you could use at the end of games too.
Yeah, Miami need a piece.
Wow. Low dog. My God. Look at this, what they're saying about my guy, Low Dog.
If they feel that way, who you going to put in Kyle Lowry's place that ain't going to get torched?
I mean, I guess the idea would be you put Gabe Vincent there. It would be your starter. I guess that would be your... And a lot of people feel like, listen, a lot of people love what Gabe brings to the table. But to say that he's done, they're saying our guy Low Dog, Leroy, is done. Kyle.
Dead.
They said he was, dude, if you're saying he should go to the bench because he can't hang with John Morant, that he's going to get run off the floor. Well, I mean, the disrespect, Kyle. Could you believe that? They're saying this about you. My guy, Low Dog, Lowry. How could they do this? Here's one more from these two.
Get my toe taps in.
This is what set me off the edge, Leroy.
There's more?
Oh yeah, I hate these guys so much.
At the end of the day, they're going to be top 5 teams to me.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I just think that's close. I think everybody got better. I think so many teams. Like, I think you obviously Celtics. I think Brooklyn is better. I think even though Philly getting out to a slow start, I think they better than them. And so it's over. Their window's closing.
Wow. You know what? Honestly, here's how I feel, Paul. I'm glad you said it. Because you want to know something? No one's more wrong in the history of basketball about anything than you. So you know what? Probably a blessing in disguise that you claim it's over. Here's what Udonis Haslem had to say to this, Leroy, because he got word. Okay? UD said of this, I believe J-Fig may have the screen grab of this for our Twitch audience. He has the story. Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett criticize Miami Heat's Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler. It's over. Their window is closed. He says, no matter what you say, it won't change that ass whooping y'all took back in the day. I know a lot about windows closing because we slam y'all bleep and lock y'all suckers out forever. Hashtag L7. Hashtag 6 games in, and y'all already hating. He hates them so much. I mean, honestly, goosies. That is goosies. I'm not going to lie. That is goosies. But I mean, honestly, they've been waiting. Look, first of all, they didn't even respect last year's run. Okay. Not just them, but the rest of these carnival barkers out there, because they called the Heat dangerous loomers. Never took them serious as contenders. Never took them seriously, Roy. And now they couldn't wait to kick him out of the party. They went right over to VIP and they said, bye-bye. We want to, but you'll sit here and you'll give credit to the 76ers and to Brooklyn. Somehow they get the benefit of the doubt, which is crazy to me. Why do these teams always get the benefit of the doubt? Do you understand this? I'll never understand it. Brooklyn, who has been like a 3-ring circus since KD and Kyrie have gotten there, and Philadelphia, who's always a disappointment, never made a conference finals, never an NBA finals.
I would say any team that has KD and Kyrie are going to be considered contenders.
But why? Ask this
it's KD and Kyrie. It's just like,
why?
Wait a minute. Have you not seen this with LeBron?
LeBron's taken 4 teams to the finals.
I understand
to the finals
that,
9 times.
But think of how long it took people in sports, in basketball, to get to the point where they would say a LeBron-led team is not good enough to make the playoffs. It took a long time because even when they were struggling, they would say all they need to do is get there, right? For 2 years, that's all we heard. All they need to do is get there, and then LeBron will handle his business. But then he got banged up. So now this year, they don't even consider them, in the mix. It takes a while.
I'm telling you right now, I'm glad this happened. Bulletin board material, okay?
Really?
Tonight,
Let
me tell you something right now. The champs, they got something coming for them tonight, okay? Statement game tonight for the Miami Heat at FTX Arena. Jimmy Butler knows it. Bam Adebayo knows it. They're going to smoke him off the floor, Leroy.
Hey.
It's going to be light up city. It's going to be like Las Vegas there tonight. City of lights. All right?
Can I ask you a question? Why are you cashing checks or writing checks that you can't cash?
I'm glad you asked that. Here's why. Because this interview came out today of Jimmy Butler with The Athletic. Talked to Sam Amick after the loss to the Kings. Here's Jimmy Butler. Quote, "We're still going to win the championship. I don't care what nobody says. Count us out. We're going to win the effing championship. I'm telling you, I don't give a damn that we started 2-5. That's
Goosies galore.
That's Goosies galore, dude. If Jimmy Bucket says it, so it shall be, so it is.
So it is written, so it is done.
So it is written, so it is done. As Jimmy Bucket says it, we shall all follow our leader."
Oh, you are, my friend, an idiot.
What do you mean?
Because you writing checks for other people.
Lighten them up tonight, dude. Like a Christmas tree.
Caleb for president.
Like Caleb Martin bringing his clamps. Gabe Vincent bringing his clamps. Tonight, we get back to our identity because we have the answers to the test, okay? Professor Tobes is in the building, and I'm handing out cheat sheets to everybody. Klay Thompson, washed. Andrew Wiggins, soft. Draymond Green, washed. Jordan Poole, not as good as Tyler Hero. Steph Curry, he's good. That being said,
at least
we have enough.
A little bit of honesty in there.
We have enough. Planet Pepas. Silence. I have more words from Jimmy Butler. I have more words.
What about Wiseman?
Yeah.
He gives them fits.
Oh, good for Wiseman.
Fire the bum guns.
You've had like 5 games. You know what? So what?
All right.
More words from Jimmy Butler. Quote, "Man, I hate when people talk about the past. We've got a different team. Yeah, we've got a lot of the same players, but Max doesn't start. Tyler's starting. Tyler just got an extension. PJ's not here. Caleb is starting. Like, everybody's role is vastly different, and it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. I'm not complaining. It is good. But yeah, on paper, it looks like we have the same team, but we got to figure out a lot more things because things are different. As much as they are the same, they are different. And I'm telling you, it's not bad because we're going to figure it out. 2-5 is not that bad. It's not that bad. When you talk about all the practice that we're going to get in, how we're going to break down the film, how we need to be here on the floor, we need to be in this spot. Like, sometimes we'll be confused where everybody needs to be out on the floor, and that's okay. It's growing pains. It's not bad. We're going to be just fine. Y'all will look back at this and be like, oh man, they started 2-5 and they ended the season effing 77-5. Jimmy Buckets. If he says it, so it is, so it is written, so it is proclaimed, so it shall be. Jim VP. Jim VP. Jim VP.
Jim VP.
You got it coming for you tonight, Warriors. I'm telling you right now.
I like this.
Right now, dude, I'm predicting blowout city. Okay?
Wow.
Blowout city. Golden State, you got a new capital. You know what it is? You know what the capital is, Leroy?
What?
Marcus, you want to know what the capital of Golden State is?
Yeah, if you can tell me, that'd be nice.
J-Fig, do you want to know what the capital of Golden State is? All right. Do you want to know what the capital of Golden State is? Here's the answer. The capital is Blowout City. Population, how many of you guys are on an NBA roster?
Nah, I don't like
15.
Who cares? The point is, Blowout City in Golden State visiting Miami tonight. Ass kicking
Deuces
coming your way,
galore.
Steph Curry. Back after this.
I'm not going to get boxed in.